covering the Villages for you. Here's Jill Winters and the VNN Lifestyle News Team.
This growing community has never been more popular. Plus, performance dogs bring joy to local kids. The popularity of the Villages lifestyle continues to grow. The Villages ranks as the #1 master plan community in the United States through the first half of 2023, according to RCLCO, a Maryland-based international real estate consulting firm. This is the 6th consecutive year the Villages has topped the rankings. The Villages remains consistent with 1,960 home sales in the first 6 months of this year. In 2022, it was reported that 3,923 homes were sold. RCLCO Principal Carl Pischke says much of the sustained success the Villages has can be attributed to the lifestyle that they have created for their residents, as few other communities in the country have been able to foster such a unique environment that leverages both physical amenities and commercial infrastructure, along with the programming and sense of community created by the many clubs and organizations that exist here. The Villages boast more than 3,500 resident lifestyle clubs run by resident volunteers, 747 holes of golf, which is more than anywhere else in the world, 114 recreation facilities, 111 pools, 247 pickleball courts, and 15 softball fields. The master plan of the Villages is driven by what residents want, according to the Villages CEO and President, Mark Morse. While speaking to members of the Villages homeowners advocates during this year's evening with the developer, Mark told those in attendance what the residents want out of the community keeps changing, and therefore the Villages keeps changing with what residents want. Read more about this top ranking starting on the front page of Wednesday's Daily Sun. Here's a way you can save some money while shopping. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a tax relief package for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. Included in that plan is the expansion of the back-to-school tax-free holiday. Now through August 6th, you can purchase most school supplies under $50 tax-free, as well as clothing and footwear $100 or less, and computers $1,500 or less. After that August 6th date, the next back-to-school tax-free holiday period will be January 1st through January 14th, 2024. So if you're trying to get your grandkids set up for a new school calendar, you want to make a donation to an area school supply drive, or if you just need to stock up on home office supplies, this is the time to save some money. After this short break, villagers get their kicks playing an outdoor game, so stay with us.
You're always welcome at Cody's.
Follow me right this way.
It's where friends and family meet for fun times and great food.
We enjoy the 2-for-1 happy hour from 11 to 7.
We come here for the amazing nightly entertainment.
Great service and loads of smiles await you at Cody's Original Roadhouse in Brownwood and Lake Sumter Landing.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible, so call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
A childhood-filled game is attracting more residents in the southern end of the Villages. This social group is called Kickball Kicks.
I think it's bringing back their childhood memories. It's not as easy as everyone thinks it is, but I think the reason it triggers them, they remember as a child, couldn't wait till the bell rings to go out in the recess and then, kick around the ball. I love it. It's a lot of fun. It's like, again, I'm going to tell you because it brings back my childhood. I loved kickball when I was a kid. I have to also say I like dodgeball, but I don't think that's a thing that we should be doing out here. We've been in the senior games every year that they have had it, that we've had our kickball league here. And last year, which was the 2022, we took the gold. And what we did is we asked our players who wanted to participate, and then we drew the best team from all the people that wanted to sign up to play.
The group is not meeting during the summer months, and they plan to start back up October 1st. If you want to join them, you can send a message to forusthevillages@gmail.com. Lynn Davidson and her Kickball Kicks social group challenged staff with the Villages Recreation and Parks to a friendly game last week. Lynn jokes she and her teammates could all probably be the moms, dads, or maybe grandparents of the rec staff, but it was all in good fun. 13 Recreation Department staff, along with some Kickball Kicks additional members, helped form 4 teams. Ezell Recreation Area Manager Nadia Whitaker says it's a lot of fun interacting with the residents as it brings a new sense of competition among staff and residents. She thinks it's really great to see the community involvement and team bonding. Nadia says there is a lot of energy expense playing kickball. The rec staff team won 3 out of 4 games to be named the winners of this challenge.
Here's your VNN 5-day weather.
From the WVLG Weather Center, this is Christopher James with your VNN 5-day forecast. Villages high temps in the low 90s through the weekend. Overnight lows in the mid 70s. Chance of rain every day this week, anywhere from 30 to 50%. But overall, looks like a great weekend ahead here in Florida's friendliest hometown.
As new lanes continue to be placed inside Spanish Springs lanes, 2 bowlers rolled perfect games on the old lanes July 11th. During Tuesday's Summer Scratch Trios, right-hander Joe McCurry and left-hander Jerry Donna each rolled a 300 game. For Jerry, it was his 17th perfect game and first in 4 years. He says anytime you shoot a 300, it's awesome. He admits towards the end of the second game, he got really comfortable with where he was throwing the ball. He ended that game with 5 strikes and rolled 12 straight strikes in his final game of the night for 300. He also had games of 221 and 226 for a 747 series using his Storm fast pitch urethane ball. As for Joe, his 37th career 300 came in the first game of the night. He took it one shot at a time and tried not to think too much about what he was doing. He just kept his same pre-shot routine and visualized the shot to keep him focused. Joe used his Roto-Grip Wild Streak ball and also had a 190 and 247 for a 737 series. Up next, campers take aim at a sport that's new to them. We'll be right back.
When I got my body scan back, it said, take it to your doctor. So I took it to my doctor, and she set me up with a heart doctor. And the doctor said I was 85 to 90% blocked, which I had no idea anything was wrong. I felt great. I never stopped going. So I say, when you buy one, go do it then. Don't wait. My name is Joe Davis, and Kraft Body Scan saved my life.
Broadcasting and streaming live from Lake Sumter Landing in a small building with big windows near the water. AM 640, 102.7 and 104.5 FM. Your soundtrack to the Villages. WVLG Wildwood.
Camp Villages is in its final couple of weeks of summer fun. Just last week, Just for Teens participants went to Everglades Recreation's multi-purpose field to learn about the fast-growing sport of disc golf. Members of the Villages Chain Gang Disc Golf Club were on site to help out those between the ages of 13 and 16. They have facilitated this activities for Camp Villages for several years now, and Club President Eric Bilo says they always enjoy it. He says maybe the youth won't come back, but their grandparents will because he says it's a really fun sport. Isabella and Jacqueline Parente both were trying disc golf for the very first time. This mother and daughter from New York had fun. Jacqueline says it's fun to bond and to get outside, away from the phones and television. Inside La Hacienda Recreation, children between the ages of 10 and 12 took part in Camp Village's baton twirling. Members of the Village's twirlers each teamed up with a kid to help them get comfortable with using the baton. Once that was achieved, Captain Ann Pelly led the girls through several moves that would become part of a routine they would perform before the end of the session. Cousins 10-year-old Adeline Fisher and 12-year-old Guinevere Smith are both used to performing. Adeline takes dance lessons and Guinevere recently transitioned from dance into theater. Adeline says back home she has to count beats to stay on time with music, but with the drum beats provided by the drum corps, she had to count in her head. Guinevere says it's all about the stage presence. 10-year-old Audrey Zayas had never twirled before and didn't expect anything like what they learned. She says it was exciting. Camp Villages runs through August 4th. To register your visiting grandchildren, you can visit campvillages.com. The Villages Charter School's after-school program, Buffalo Adventures, is almost done for the summer. Last week's theme was Pet Pals, and the kids had a blast with the Dynamic Dog Club of the Villages Dog Circus Performance Group as they put on a fun show at the Villages Intermediate Center.
These dogs come and the children read to them during the school year, read to the dogs, and so they also do a circus, so that's why they're here today. They just really enjoyed watching them, see what they could do, just see that they're not just animals to just eat and sleep, and they can do other stuff, they can perform, and yeah. We had the kindergartners and first graders at 1 o'clock, and they thought it was great. I think their favorite part was petting the dogs at the end, though.
Buffalo Adventures is for kids in kindergarten through 5th grade. We'll be back with more news from Florida's friendliest hometown.
Stay with us. More Villages lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN. This hurricane preparedness tip from VNN and WVLG is brought to you by the Villages Insurance.
Hi, this is WVLG Senior Forecaster Dave Toll. Let's discuss the best protection against the dangers of a hurricane. It's simply preparation. Learn about your community's hurricane response plan. Create an evacuation plan with members of your household to minimize confusion and fear. Plan routes to local shelters and register family members with special needs. Evacuate if advised to do so by the authorities. Avoid flooded roads. Standard homeowner insurance does not cover flooding. For info on flood insurance requirements in your area, visit the National Flood Insurance website at www.floodsmart.gov. And of course, listen to WVLG for live weather reports from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day, along with severe weather updates as warranted throughout the day. Keep listening for more information regarding supplies, pet tips, and detailed information to keep on hand during hurricane season. Presented by the Villages Insurance, and thank you for listening to your Villages soundtrack, WVLG.
If you have a hearing loss but won't wear a hearing aid, we have exciting news for you.
It's the Lyric Invisible Hearing System. It's placed deep in your ear canal, it's completely undetectable, and the insertion process takes only minutes with no surgery, medication, or pain involved.
You wear 24 hours a day, there's no maintenance and no batteries to change.
You can sleep, shower, and exercise with it.
In practically the time it's taken us to tell you about this hearing device, we just fit this patient.
Call right now and find out if Lyric is right for you.
This is VNN.
Residents are able to mold their very own special pieces as part of the Creative Sculpture and Clay Club. Twice a week, members go to Lake Okahumpka Recreation to work on their unique projects. Beginners are welcome as well as those with experience. Village of Chitty Chatty resident John Brown used to be a woodworker and wanted to try a different medium. He says it's easier to correct your mistakes with clay rather than wood, as you can just add and subtract more clay. He has been working on a sculpture of Joseph, which is part of a folk-style nativity set, saying so far this sculpture looks like the picture he has. Village of Citrus Grove resident Nettie Pena joined the group in April. She's been making vases and what she describes as more artsy sculptures. She says working with clay is very tactile and it allows her to forget about stuff going on around her, and she can create something that brings positive vibes. Leader Kathy Oldham says they have less than 30 members during the winter months. The Creative Sculpture and Clay Club meets from 9 a.m. to noon Monday and 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Wednesday at Lake Okahumpka Recreation. Bill Osterhold and Tina Roy started out as a singing duo with backing tracks. Tina thought all they needed were drums, and Bill says they ended up with a band. The group is called Rocker Switch. Bill, who also plays the electric bass, says they kind of rock, but then they switch to jazz, country, pop, and blues, covering the gamut. He says it's fun and challenging, and everybody in the group loves it. They perform for local clubs, organizations, and they do neighborhood driveway gigs, and they even help to raise money for local causes. Tina says they just want to help people. She adds that music is the best way to have a creative outlet and to express herself. On the third Friday of each month, residents can let loose and act out, along with the Acting Out Theater group. Camille Like says people get to come and enjoy and no one's getting judged. They play theater games and run through monologues and skits. The group has even presented an original production of The Golden Girls Move to the Villages, which had 4 sold-out performances at Savannah Center. Camille says so many people love the Golden Girls and they love their show too, adding it was a laugh from beginning to end. If you would like to join them, they meet at 6 p.m. the third Friday of the month at Seabreeze Recreation. For more about these 3 different ways residents express their creativity, take a look at Wednesday's Daily Sun. It's time now for a brief commercial break. We'll be right back.
The 23 Lincoln Corsair offers you a personal sanctuary on every drive, with its freshly redesigned interior and exterior styling, plus standard features like intelligent adaptive cruise control, blind spot warning, and more. And with 90 new Lincolns in stock or arriving soon, there's never been a better time to visit Plaza and drive home your new Lincoln.
Enjoy financing as low as 1.9% plus $1,000 trade-in bonus on all makes and models.
At Plaza Lincoln, our drive to be the best starts with you. Highway 441 across from the Leesburg Airport.
Clap your hands and stop your feet. Time now for the Village's Entertainment Beat.
I'm Natalie here with your Entertainment Beat. There are plenty of shows coming to the Sharon and Savannah Center for their 2023-2024 seasons. Kicking off the season at the Sharon, John Laird Dance Company is returning to the venue. This New York dance company explores the fluidity of modern dance with the excitement and energy of jazz to create the company's signature captivating style of movement. A small team of dynamite dancers, John and his crew bring a unique and ever-evolving style to their show. That show's on sale now and will be at the Sharon September 16th. Do you love the circus? Get your tickets for Omnium Circus at the Sharon for a unique perspective to experience the thrills and excitement of attending the circus in the theater. This all-inclusive show is sensory-friendly, meaning everyone can join in on the fun for a fabulous night. Omnium Circus invites you to step into the world of all things possible, where you can discover the power, passion, and perseverance of the human spirit in everyone. Tickets are on sale and the show will be October 28th. It's a getaway to the Hamptons. Prepare to cruise the Atlantic shores with Docksiders, America's favorite yacht rock band. These Las Vegas musicians celebrate the soft rock of the 70s and 80s. This world-class performance is sure to have you tapping those boat shoes. Wouldn't it be nice to reminisce about your favorite beach tunes? Recently on sale, Lights Out, the Jersey Beach Boys will be coming to Savannah Center October 5th to bring you the music of the Beach Boys, smooth moves of Frankie Valli, and the charm of your favorite West Coast hits. Tickets to all these shows are available online at thevillagesentertainment.com, and patrons can also visit one of our box office locations at Spanish Springs, Lake Sumter Landing, and Brownwood, or at one of our kiosks located at Old Mill Playhouse and Sawgrass Market, or even over the phone at 352-753-3229. I'll see you Thursday when I'll be telling you all the latest on our favorite audience participation shows that are coming up, including the Wheel of Fortune, and I'll even touch on some of our favorite classical orchestras coming to town. Tune in again, and I'll see you then.
Thanks, Natalie. If you enjoy free musical entertainment, well, The Villages is the place for you. These are the bands scheduled to play Thursday night. That's all the news we have for you now. Pick up a copy of Thursday's Daily Sun to read about a local soccer powerhouse. Keep embracing The Village's active adult lifestyle.
Thanks for watching your VNN Lifestyle News Show.
The number one complaint that I hear from most of my patients, and remember, some of these patients are here against their will, right? Somebody sent them here. They came in kicking and screaming with their arms crossed. And even those folks will tell me their biggest issue that they think they have, or that they even will acknowledge, is understanding people in social settings. You can have a very subtle high-frequency loss and very good normal low-frequency hearing, and you get into a crowd with noise, you're lost, right? You hear people, but you don't understand them. All you have to do by law to fit somebody with a hearing aid is have them push a button to tones, have them repeat words in a quiet situation, and do bone conduction, where they put a bone oscillator on your head, right? That's all it takes legally. But if somebody tells me, hey doc, I can't hear well in noise, or I'm lost in crowds, don't I want that information? Don't I want to assess that? So speech and noise testing is my favorite test that I run with patients, because it quantifies their acknowledgement of a complaint that they know they have. It lets me show them, compared to normal hearing individuals, this is your handicap in noise.
Rocking, dancing,
Shake your body, baby, do that conga.
relaxing, or romancing. Thank you for listening to Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
The best mix of music, the songs you love. Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.